All right, so this is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I'm assuming it's going to be exactly the same as the Stanley Parable, which is with more added content. But here's the thing. I have never personally played the Stanley Parable before. I've seen gameplay footage of the Stanley Parable, but I have not personally played this myself. So when I heard that the Ultra Deluxe edition was coming out, I was like, all right, this is my time to shine. This is my time to get into this. Let's begin the game. Never the end is never the end is never the end is never the loading end. Never.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I'll shut up now.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And Stanley was happy.
Was he? Was he really happy?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. He got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
He probably forgot the memo that the office would be closed.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-worker. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Pretty simple start.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
Let me out. Let
he
me
entered
out.
the door
Let me
on
out.
his left.
Why is there a bright light? Why is there a bright light? Is this the light at the end of the tunnel? We're going left or right? I say right. Right is always right. All right. I guess we're going right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, he instructed to go on the left, and my ADHD said, oh, look at the bright light at the outside the window. Got it.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Right, and to have some
Stanley
coffee.
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
All right, I guess I'm gonna proceed.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
No, I want to go back.
And took the first open door on his left
Let me go
to
back.
get back to business.
First on the left.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Well, who are you, my fucking boss? I don't know. Like, you're giving me a lot of instructions right now. Oh, what's this? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Oof. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Well.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I just don't like being told what to do. Alright.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've
What happens if I just
forgotten
jump
about.
off here?
What? Really?
Yes.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Hell no.
I'm that convinced that I want something. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Guess which door I'm gonna pick.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Ooh, he's getting violent very fast.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically? In this game,
What the
baby
fuck?
crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Joke's on
Because
you.
if it's the
It was
latter, well,
both.
I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
No, don't load me.
Let's see.
No,
What do
don't
we
load me.
have
It's just
here?
let me start all over. I'm
Yes,
uncomfortable.
This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh,
Aha! Fascinating.
I like this.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it.
Honestly,
what a fascinating
I fucks with
venture
this
into the
game more.
experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley, and it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
You know what? Honestly, I kind of want to play some game like this. This is so dope.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
What? No.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
No, you
You really
blocked
wandered
me.
off into that thing. That big open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big... See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here.
Give me
Now,
the big,
this
giant ball.
is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Oh, Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must.
Tell me you get no
Okay,
bitches
Stanley,
without
here's
telling
the
me you
ball.
get no
Have
bitches.
fun.
Oh god, that's a huge ball. Hey! I can't interact with it. Oh, I can. I'm going for the goal. And Stanley makes the goal!
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
Aw, what
Is
happened
it
to
better than my
expl-
miserable... Hold on. What are you doing?
Beta.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
I'm free. Am I actually... Oh. Where am I now? Look. 427. My office. I can't do anything here, so I don't know what else to do. This is like some backrooms type shit now. Oh, what happened?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it, he'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Oh, so the game restarted? Is this like one of the endings? Are you serious?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, I'll listen to you, bro.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Okay.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
I love this guy.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on
Oh,
the keypad,
oh, fuck off.
Stanley happened
Random
to
buttons.
input the
Correct code
by
with
sheer
sheer luck. Right,
Amazing.
right.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Whoa, what the fuck? Things are getting dark. It's getting dark in here. I know that you're gonna fall under, right? Oh shit, no. Oh shit. Oh fuck, I'm stuck. Oh, I'm trapped in here.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Right, free
Why
to
did he feel
think
this
for
now,
himself,
when
yet
for
I'm not
years
fucking
it had
following your
never
directions.
occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh, I wanna go to the left. I wanted to go to the left so badly.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
234 is different. Number 601 is fired. Why is 234 the one that's off? Anyone else? Pirate is 464.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
I mean,
was this the only
you've been
reason he
pushing
was happy with
buttons
his boring job?
this entire
that his
time,
emotions had been
honestly.
manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes! Yes, he has!
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I probably should have weighed out my options. I'm pretty sure there was going to be another ending if I pressed on. But, you know, I'm trying to be a good boy for this ending.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Hey, once the door fucking finishes.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Nice, I beat the game. And I got my first achievement. Pretty sick. Okay, now I'm back to the beginning again. Okay, let's be a little bit rebellious on the things I wanted to see.
All of his co-workers were gone. He'll be coming to a
Going
staircase.
downstairs.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
It's a nightmare.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Are you? Are you really? Oh shit, I'm still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please,
Oh my
someone wake
God,
me
that's
up. My
so
name is
fucked.
Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone
Oh,
tell
shit's
me I'm
turning
real.
red.
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
What?
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this. So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Well, got 3 potential endings.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door.
No, you can't tell me what to do.
Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I don't care.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I don't care. Whee! Not as violent as expected. Oh, shit. Oh, hey.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
No, I refuse to die. Yeah, well, I'm gonna pretty much die. Oh.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh, what? Hi. There's a new voice. The Stanley
And yet
Parable.
it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't... Yeah, right? Fuck that guy.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
Stanley's computer.
Do you see that
Office
Stanley was
layout?
already dead from the moment he hit start?
Ah, exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Oh.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time...
Should I do it? Thank you for watching the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Be sure to like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel for more weird and wacky horror games that I will play in the past and will play in the future. Comment below what game you want to see next, and I will see you in the next video. And be sure to hit the bell to be notified on future videos and live streams. See ya.